Assistant referee raising her flag, and the ball rolled out off of TCNJ. Deep Messiah throw-in now in the 40th minute.
Good thought by Levesque to switch the point of attack there. As we talked about, there's always been two defenders around the ball, and that big diagonal ball she played didn't work out, but she found somebody who was 1 versus 1.
Throw-in bouncing around, taken by Levesque inside the box. Levesque pops one just in front of the goal mouth. Horning plays it back in. That had crossed the plane, though, and is out for a corner kick off a deflection. Levesque's shot skipped off a TCNJ player. Corner kick now for the Falcons. TCNJ thought they should have had a goal kick, but we'll have a corner for Messiah. That'll be their first of the match.
Yeah, again, here we are down under the last 5 minutes. Remember what Messiah did yesterday towards the end of the halves, sneaking one in.
Only 16 seconds when the Falcons scored their first goal. Corey Jones got it at 44-44. Now Horning taking the corner from the left side. The Messiah College contingent here making some noise. Ball played off of Kesar, and a foul is called as Kesar got tangled up with one of the Falcons, and the goalie is going to get the benefit of the doubt from the referee every time. Free kick for TCNJ. Not saying that she shouldn't, just saying that she will.
No, it was well challenged by Kesar, but at the same time, the Messiah players are forcing her to live up to that reputation.
TCNJ in the midfield. Levesque winning it back from Andrians. Levesque looking up the right side for Pitchell. Pitchell cutting in, now dribbling back to the right. Good run by Callie Pitchell. Pitchell has it deflected out. Corner kick.
Again, I just love the energy that Levesque is bringing today. You know, she's getting herself on the ball so often, and 9 times out of 10 when she does, the team keeps possession and are able to, put together some, a quality attack heading up the field.
Pitchell will take the corner from the right side in the 42nd minute for Messiah. Looking for another late goal to put themselves up at halftime. And now Pitchell is called off, and Horning will take it. Horning will send it in with the right foot. Low line drive, corner, bouncing ball, sent high off the volley by Billy Joe Atkins. Goal kick.
This sustained pressure has really done a lot to bring the Messiah faithful back into the game. You can tell that they're really eager for the Falcons to get one on the board before halftime.
We'll kick down for Kroll. Sends it up the right for Kubicati. Straussball going to win it back for Messiah. Now Boyd takes it away. Kleinstra intercepts a pass for the Falcons. Stolzenberg around to Hibschman. Kleinstra, Straussball. TCNJ pressuring, and Kubicati wins the ball back. Dana DeBruno now. Bruno leaving it out for Napolitano with Pitchell chasing her, and Pitchell wins the ball, but a foul is called. Free kick for TCNJ.
It looked to me like there may have been a handball there, but again, Pitchell has brought some great energy on the right side herself since she's come on.
Free kick for the Lions. Driven up by Courtney Kroll. That's going to sail all the way into the box. Bouncing ball. Messiah having trouble with the clear. A header for the Falcons. Gets it out of danger, at least for now. Back in the midfield, it's Andrians, and a miss hit. And when rolling toward the corner, headed down by Messiah. Falcons control with Horning. And Horning tripped up in the open field. And play on, says the official. Ball goes back to TCNJ. As the Lions look to pressure here in the final minute 35 of the half. Back around to Colleen Weber. Kubicati. Kubicati crossing, and it's headed away by Messiah. Then Straussball flicks it up the field. Kubicati recovers, pops it back to Weber. Weber against Michener. And the ball bouncing around on the Messiah end, taken down by Levesque, who sends it long. Kroll. And now Falcons win it back and send it ahead. Good turn by Pitchell as Napolitano overruns it into the final minute of the first half. Pitchell leaving it back for Atkins. Now Levesque. Levesque charging ahead, straight up the center of the field. Hannah Levesque, shot deflects, and Kesar will grab it at the top of the 6th.
Yeah, an unlikely mistake there by DeBruno, tripping a bit on the ball, and Levesque picks up the pieces, just eager to try and impact the game.
Kesar's punt popped forward for Messiah by Atkins, comes off the head of Michener. Now Weber, the right side, Kubicati can leave it back for Andriance, and the ball was short and a foul called on Andriance. Free kick with 19 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Falcons looking to take it quickly. One last chance here. Stolzenberg leaves it for Hipschman. Hipschman, long ball, comes through to Napolitano. She just needs to strike a clearance, and she doesn't get it all the way out. The ball is loose just outside the 18. A swing for Levesque, but the shot is blocked, and that will take us into halftime. Some nervous moments for the College of New Jersey right at the end of that first half, but we played 45. The Falcons have been the better team in the first half, and yet the scoreboard says 0-0.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, again, I think I mentioned with about 10 minutes to go in the half, no shots recorded for the College of New Jersey. And if you're the Messiah coaching staff, I mean, you really have to take heart in the effort and the concentration in the total team defending.
But you got to keep it up for the second 45 as well.
Without a doubt, without a doubt.
It's Messiah nothing, the College of New Jersey nothing at halftime. We will recap our men's semifinals from last night and preview our men's championship coming up at halftime. We'll also have some first half stats and a preview of the second half. You're listening to the 2005 NCAA Division III Women's Soccer Championship, brought to you by Greensboro College.
855-976. 855-880 and 855-680. Fans, check your blue tickets. Blue tickets, 855-976, 855-880, 855-680, and 855-861. Please claim your prize at the ticket booth. You've won a Brine official soccer ball of the NCAA.
Bob, who do you want to interview? We got someone lined up, sure. If we got someone lined up. Kim Strabel, athletic director, in charge of this event. Aside to the, that would be an in-between game interview, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You want to talk about the S clinic?
Sure. Actually, you want to do that? I could get, probably get the director of the S clinic here.
Who is the director of the S clinic?
Let me see if I can find
Will you talk to her? Because I won't know what to ask.
Yeah, no, that's what.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see. Well, how much music? I'm working on it.
If she's around,
Okay. Real quick.
if not, you can,
Yeah.
can speak about it for a minute.
One, two. Vem Magalenha Rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é dia de...
Halftime at the 2005 NCAA Division III Women's Soccer Championship match. The College of New Jersey and Messiah are scoreless, and a great crowd on hand here at McPherson Stadium in Greensboro, North Carolina, enjoying a very seasonable November Saturday afternoon. A gorgeous day, temperatures around 50 degrees, partly cloudy, and we've got a great match brewing for the national title. We'll put this one aside for a minute and talk about the second match coming up in our championship doubleheader at 5 o'clock. It's the men's championship, and we'll see Messiah College again, the defending national champions in Division III men's soccer under Dave Brandt, taking on the upstart Gustavus Adolphus Golden Gusties, unranked at the end of the regular season, and yet here they are, a great run for the Gusties out of St. Peter, Minnesota through the NCAA tournament. They defeated Whitworth 2-1 last night. Messiah, though, looking very good in a 4-0 win over SUNY Plattsburgh. We should have a great match for that national championship. Messiah is the favorite, but I think Gustavus Adolphus kind of used to being the underdog at this point.
Yeah, well, I think they play the Cinderella story card very, very well. Loving the fact that, you know, I think in every game that they've been in, they've probably been on paper the underdog. And so it's your classic David and Goliath. You know, I mean, Messiah, undefeated. You know, judging from last night's game, they're every bit of the champion that everybody calls them. So it's a great storyline, just like this game is, and hopefully Gustavus Adolphus can really continue going and make that championship match what it seems like it can be on paper.
So that's coming up at 5 o'clock, live audio on Stretch Internet, and also the video webcast is available for that game. And let's talk about something else that happened this week, and that was this morning with the NCAA Yes Clinic. And Bill Brady, you were a part of that as the Greensboro College men's soccer coach.
Right, it was a fantastic turnout. You really have to give a lot of credit to Kama Tucker, who's our women's softball coach. She's sort of coordinated in conjunction with the NCAA, but about 120 youth student athletes, as we like to always call them, and that's really what the Yes Clinic is about. It's about educating them in life skills, but also, you know, through soccer as part of their education as well. And it was just a fantastic morning. We had some great coaches from all over different parts of the country. And what's important about it is that the college coaches are allowed to bring their student athletes with them as well. So the children are given great role models, you know, hopefully to, you know, something for them to aspire to be. And they're able to interact with them one-on-one in a lot of instances and in small groups.
That's such a great event for the NCAA to put on, and you can really see over the past 5 or 10 years in this country an explosion in the popularity of youth soccer, and that's starting to pay off at different levels. Just so many kids playing soccer. The Major League Soccer has now a foothold, the MLS in the United States, and you're starting to see better quality of play from the players playing for Bruce Arena's national team, and it seems like it all starts with kids playing soccer when they're young.
Well, I know, you know, when I was growing up, the talk was always, you know, when your generation grows up and has children and, you know, and they're brought up in that household where soccer is number one, you'll start to see some of the dividends of that grassroots approach. And while certainly my son's not ready to get out in the field, you know, some of the people that I was in high school with, you can see some of their kids going out there and playing now, and just the culture of soccer, you know, families talking about it, watching it on television, going to the matches, it really has exploded on the scene.
Getting back to the 2005 NCAA Division III women's soccer final, TCNJ and Messiah scoreless through 45, and a quick look at some first half statistics. Messiah with a 6-0 advantage in shots, and only one on goal though for Messiah, so one save for Alyssa Kesar. None for Cassie Gross. Corner kicks, 2 apiece. And then fouls, Messiah with 4. The College of New Jersey with 8 in that first 45 minutes. And we thought Messiah was a little bit better, but yet we are scoreless at halftime. What are some of the things that we would expect to see from both sides in the second half?
Well, I think, you know, with the College of New Jersey, you have to go back to your bread and butter and what that really means is I'm sure that Coach Russo at halftime was challenging DeBruno to go and find the ball and seek it out and be more of a presence defensively as well. You don't really remember her winning a lot of tackles like she did yesterday. I thought she was dominating on both sides of the ball. And I think if you're Messiah, you know, after watching New Jersey play in yesterday's final, they were probably worried about their attack, and they've answered those questions now. Now their coaching staff can, you know, say relax. Every time that you've played the ball through the center midfield, you've been able to switch the point of attack. You create those 1-versus-1 situations in the wide areas, and you know, now we can get good balls in the box and find out what Kesar is all about. But again, I go back to Levesque in the first half. If she remains, her activity level remains that high, and she continues to get on the ball, you know, I like Messiah heading into the second half.
I thought Rachel Horning had some good minutes again coming off the bench. She didn't play a whole lot in that first half, but would we expect to see more of her and maybe some wing play to go along with Levesque in the middle for Messiah?
Right, I think, you know, you hit the nail on the head, Jeremy. She did. She came in and did a fantastic job. She was one that looked very confident going 1-versus-1 when they were able to get the ball out to her. So, you know, Coach Frey has showed that he's certainly a guy that will, you know, indicative in his starting lineup, the players that played well yesterday. I'm sure he and his staff are evaluating that at halftime, saying who are our most effective players in this game. Let's put them on the field.
And for TCNJ, we talk about Boyd, DeBruno, and Kunkel, and it seemed like Messiah really scouted them well yesterday when the College of New Jersey beat Tufts 3-0. And it seemed to me like the play that really showed just how well the Falcons had prepared was when Cassie Gross runs out and grabs the ball from Boyd on what would otherwise have been an easy play if it's not the All-American Brittany Boyd chasing after it. So do we see other players having to step up for the Lions to try to generate some offense?
Well, you know, I certainly think they're going to live and die on those players. And the real challenge is, you know, Boyd, Kunkel not being frustrated up front and trying to take over the game by themselves, letting it come naturally. But DeBruno, again, you know, she needs to get on the ball more. She needs to be the one. The quality of the distribution that she can provide when playing at the top of her game will be the difference maker in opening up opportunities for them. But it's a real credit to Messiah, because saying you're going to keep Brittany Boyd in front of you and actually doing it, those are two different things. So they've done it. You know, obviously they had a great game plan, but they've carried it out.
Our halftime score, the College of New Jersey 0, Messiah 0. We'll step aside for just a moment and be back for the live call of the second half. The 2005 NCAA Division III Women's Soccer Championship, brought to you by Greensboro Youth Soccer.
Fans, check your blue tickets to win your Brine official soccer ball of the NCAA Championships. Winning tickets 855-680. That's 855-680. And 855-861. 855-861. Please claim your prize at the ticket booth. Fans, the NCAA and Habitat for Humanity International have partnered to create the NCAA Home Team Project, supporting Habitat's relief efforts in the Gulf region. The NCAA Home Team Project will provide funds and volunteers to assist in long-term home rebuilding efforts. The NCAA has committed $1.5 million to the Home Team Partnership. For more information, visit habitat.org.
Back at McPherson Stadium in Greensboro, North Carolina, for the second half of the 2005 NCAA Division III Women's Soccer Championship match. The College of New Jersey and Messiah scoreless. Jeremy Franklin and Bill Brady back with you for the D3 Soccer Championships. Both teams back on the field. Messiah moving bottom to top from our vantage point, left to right. Here at McPherson Stadium, we are underway in the second half. And some early physical play as Boyd takes Messiah player off the ball. Now Dana DeBruno. Sent long by TCNJ, then Boyd pops it up. Played down by Kleinstra, around to Stevens, now up for Billy Joe Atkins. Atkins with a little bit of space to work. Up for Hannah Levesque. Now to the right wing to Stedman. Long ball, Stevens, headed out by Kroll. Messiah throw-in.
Trying to look to see if there's any changes from the starting lineups, and I guess, you know, early on it looks like maybe Thomas is not back on the field for Messiah.
Ball played away by TCNJ. Messiah with a throw-in back closer to midfield. Stevens lofting one in. Bounces into the box, played by TCNJ. And the Lions control up the right side now. Sent long for Boyd, too long. That's going to roll back to Messiah. We're throwing. Be taken by Strasbaugh. Into the midfield. Stolzenberg and Fitzgerald chasing, but it's recovered by TCNJ. Rocala, foul on Messiah. Free kick now for TCNJ here in the 47th minute.
And even though it's just, you know, we're a minute and a half in here, but DeBruno, 3 touches already in this half, and got to feel that that's something that was emphasized in the locker room.
Courtney Crow, as that great right foot, will step up to take this set piece. A few yards across midfield, which will look to serve it into the box. Sends it a little bit short of the 18, flicked on by Boyd, and out for a goal kick. Cassie Gross lines it up. 0-0 early in the second half. Goal kick a little bit short. DeBruno going up for it. Now it's sent high by TCNJ. Ball flicked down, but it comes right to Jamie Kunkel. And now DeBruno pops one up and over the goal kick.
Still, though, a little bit more urgency from New Jersey to start the second half. They seemed a bit of a funk as the half ended.
This time Gross goes up the right side with a goal kick. Headed by Atkins. Now Fitzgerald. Kroll gets the foot into it. Bouncing ball deflects off of Kubicati and Strasbaugh. Last touch by Kubicati, and it's Messiah ball. Strasbaugh's throw. Off the left side. Bouncing through and is played long by Delaney. Sent forward by TCNJ. Bounces all the way through to Gross, who picks it up off the hop. Gross's punt. Played down to the midfield by TCNJ. DeBruno launching one for Boyd to run on up the right side against Kleinstra. Boyd tries to get it by Kleinstra and does. Crosses to the 6. And Kunkel can't quite get a header on it as it's chopped away that time by Stolzenberg. Boyd running back of the ball for TCNJ. Corner right side. Kubicati. Stevens trying to get the ball away. And a foul is called on Messiah. Free kick now for TCNJ in a good spot.
Very good spot. You've got to have the feeling that Coach Russo, you know, really challenged his star players to show up in this half, because early on, Brittany Boyd all over the place, DeBruno active, Kunkel getting a shot off. So good job by Coach Russo.
Here's Kroll's free kick from the right side. Kroll looking to shoot and go top corner on the near post, and it sails just over the bar.
It's 2 times in a row. I think they're trying to get us involved back here in the press booth.
It's come pretty close. The steps have blocked both of those. I would not want to get in the way of a Courtney Kroll free kick, I can tell you that much.
I'm going to pass on that opportunity as well.
Played out by the Falcons. Throw in deep for TCNJ. Comes off the head of Boyd, deflected back out by Messiah, and it will stay with the Lions. 50th minute, no score, but TCNJ Has looked very good in the opening 5 minutes of the second half.
Sustained pressure again now. Long throw-in opportunity for Kroll.
And here it comes up the right side. She gets that one in close to the 6. It bounces in front of Gross, popped up in the air. Keeper was out for a second. Messiah desperately trying to clear, and now they do as Strasball sends it to midfield. Quickly recovered by TC&J. Andriet's on the ball. Napolitano looking up for De Bruno, misses her. Played high by Hipschman. Now Boyd gets a header on it. De Bruno cutting by Hipschman, but Atkins with the defense. Now it's back to Stevens, who sends it ahead to Stedman. Now Hannah Levesque. Levesque up the right side, dribbling across midfield. Long ball, Levesque. Kesar charging through in front of Fitzgerald to scoop it up.
Good job down here by the Messiah goalkeeper. She was very brave there, went into the crowd, managed to punch the ball just far enough away and allowed her team a chance to clear it.
Strasball for Messiah. Stolzenberg around to Sarah Hipschman. Levesque plays it back to Stevens. Stevens around to Hipschman. Plays it long up the sideline, headed down by Stedman. Ball rolls all the way through, and Fitzgerald is pressuring, but Kesar comes off her line to pick it up.
Kesar always reads the game very, very well. Just makes, it's so comforting when you're a defender having someone like this, a keeper of that level behind you.
Ball bouncing around the midfield. Strasball sends it up for Messiah. Kubakade gets a foot on it. Now Falcons take it back. Strasball from Rao, looking back for Rao, and sends it into touch.
Much better tempo on both sides, for both teams, I think, to start the second half.
The Lions dominated the first couple of minutes, and we have been balanced on the field of play since then. TC&J punching one ahead to Kunkel. Boyd straight up the touchline, right side. Boyd cross deflects, out of bounds for a throw-in, TC&J.
Once again, who comes marching up the field, right? Long throw-in, which you know that Gross in the goal is not too excited about.
It's Courtney Kroll, the right side, number 22, the sophomore from Howell, New Jersey. And she will back up and look to throw this one long. And another great throw-in by Kroll. Popped up by Messiah and poked away by Hannah Levesque. That'll bounce out across the sideline in front of the stands.
I'm surprised New Jersey just doesn't have one or two players just sitting at the top of the 18 waiting for those balls to be knocked down for them.
TC&J winning it back. Victor Messiah headed for second now. Hipschman challenging to Bruno. Andrians gets it back. Ahead to Kubakati. Kubakati leading Boyd and poked away by Kleinstra. Bouncing ball taken by Steph Rao. Rao. Interception by Andrians. Leaves it back for Kroll on the NCAA logo. Long ball up for Jamie Kunkel. Kunkel leaves it out for Lauren Grokala up the left wing. Grokala through ball. Kunkel open corner of the box. Kunkel sends one out looking for De Bruno. And Strasball ties up Dana De Bruno just long enough for Gross to grab the ball.
This could be a problem for Messiah as Kleinstra stayed down after the challenge with Boyd earlier. And, she's really done a very good job all day long handling Boyd. So hopefully this is nothing serious.
Brittany Boyd was shaken up a bit as well, but has walked it off. Kleinstra still down, the freshman from Grand Rapids, Michigan. She's doing a great job in both matches here this weekend. Got a clock stoppage with 36:46 to play. The College of New Jersey 0, Messiah 0, the 2005 NCAA Division III Women's Soccer Final from Greensboro, North Carolina. Kleinstra helped to her feet, and we certainly hope that is nothing more than a cramp.
I hope so, not only for the individual player, but also for the game. I think it's been, she's really accepted the challenge that her coaching staff has put on her to really, it seems, she's been blanketing Brittany Boyd the entire match. It's great to see that she's going to stay in the game.
She'll walk it off as Cassie Gross will put it back in play for Messiah. The field flicked on by Stolzenberg. Now Andrians back for TC&J. Andrians with a bad pass, and it's taken by Stedman. Jessica Stedman misfires on her pass up the field. It's knocked away by Napolitano. Sent back to Napolitano. Sends it up the field. Header by Stevens, and then booted away by TCNJ. Messiah throw-in coming up right at midfield. Long throw for Stevens. Levesque heads it forward, rather Fitzgerald, when it's blasted away by Delaney. Loose ball taken by Stolzenberg. Stolzenberg looking to send it through, and has it knocked away on the clearance by TCNJ. Strauss ball up the left side for Rao, and it's knocked away by TCNJ. Messiah with a throw-in. Lions still trying to clear. Sent along by TCNJ for Fitzgerald. Popped up by Laura Delaney. Levesque with a header. Centering header for Messiah, but Kunkel is able to blast that one back into the midfield. Now Kubicati on the ball for TCNJ. Leaves it back for Weber. Long ball for Weber. Off the head of Boyd. That will bounce out for a Messiah throw-in back on the Falcons side of midfield. 55th minute, no score. And a loose ball in the midfield. Comes off the head of Hibschman. Battle for possession. Sent forward by TCNJ over the head of Boyd. Boyd then reaches back to get the header, but it bounces back out into touch.
You can see the game starting to settle down again. You know, Messiah met the challenge of New Jersey's rush to start the half.
Stolzenberg sends it long. Played away by Delaney. Throw in now, Messiah. And another clearance struck by Laura Delaney. Ball headed down the midfield by Savannah Stolzenberg. And now a chance for Grocala. Grocala, nice move to get by Sarah Stevens. Grocala ahead to Brittany Boyd. Boyd leaves it back for DeBruno. DeBruno trying to hit Kubicati on the through ball. Strauss ball deflects it away. And TCNJ will have a throw-in up the right side.
Hey, it's really become a weapon. I know we keep talking about it, but this long throw-in, you wonder how many times they can clear this, you know.
It's Courtney Kroll again. Standing about 15 yards away from the goal line. She will look to put this one inside the area. She's gotten a couple inside the 6, and this one is there as well. It's headed off the bar by DeBruno and out for a goal kick, and that has been one of the best scoring chances we have seen all day for either side, as Kroll's throw-in was headed nearly on target by Dana DeBruno.
Certainly is the first time that anyone in the crowd has had to either hold their breath or get real excited, one or the other.
TCNJ looking to win it out of the air off the goal kick. Comes down to Savannah Stolzenberg for the Falcons. Stolzenberg looking back for Strauss ball. Now Steph Rao. Rao a bit of space to dribble. And she works it up for Levesque. Great turn by Hannah Levesque. And Levesque goes over the head of Stedman though. Misfires on the pass, and it bounces back out to TCNJ.
Messiah not as quick to shift right now defensively as I know earlier in the game. Right away they'd be over. They wouldn't allow the team to get out. Their heads are down a bit.
Kroll plays it long for TCNJ. Another down by Hibschman. Leinstra appears to be okay as she plays it with Boyd bearing down. Straussball has to chase that one though, and Boyd catches up to her. It's played out by Straussball, and Messiah gives away a throw-in. TCNJ looking in for Boyd. Straussball trying to let that one roll out for a goal kick, and she does.
Yeah, very important that, you know, Kleinstra was able to come back in. As you can see, still blanketing Boyd, stepping in and winning those challenges, and certainly no fear has come into her because of that collision with Boyd.
So here is Gross with a goal kick. That of Stolzenberg. Fitzgerald can't get it to Rao, and it's back out to the Lions. 32 minutes remaining in the second half of this D3 women's soccer final. Messiah and TCNJ scoreless. As Weber now has it for the Lions. Around to Delaney. Long ball high up the right side. Strauss ball with a header for Messiah, but that bounces out to TCNJ. Into Jamie Kunkel. Had a goal and an assist yesterday. Falcons have kept her in check this afternoon in the national championship. A throw-in now for TCNJ as Messiah taps it out.
The sustained pressures, more opportunities.
Looking in for DeBruno. Flex out off Strauss ball right next to the corner flag, but it's out across the touchline.